I'm up here on Eagle on the Hill, first thing in the morning, on the way to Sydney. Just a quick stop here at Eagle on the Hill on the way to Tailem Bend, and I'll be staying in Narrandera tonight. And it's freezing up here, so I'm on my way. So let's get started. Wow, this fog is really thick up here. So my plan is to get to Sydney tomorrow afternoon. What's a road trip to Sydney without some rain? Porsche made the 911 to do this sort of drive. When I drove back from Sydney after buying it, I was expecting it to be harsh and horrible to drive out on the open road, and it was quite the opposite. It's firm. When you're in it, it's very, very comfortable. The added benefit is this thing handles like it's on rail. Honestly, didn't get the chance to test it as much as I'd like to, simply because I wasn't used to the car at that stage. Well, that's different now. I've had 5 months of ownership, and I've really got used to how this car drives and know its capabilities a lot more. This had Michelin Super Sports on the back when I bought it, and recently I've been noticing that they're not too grippy, and I thought I probably should get better tyres fitted for this trip. I thought it might be fun to see if the train comes in while I'm here. Some things to do in Tailem Bend is come visit the Railway Museum. Let's see if I can catch up with it. Well, I didn't catch that train. I'm in Murrayvale, and they've got these really cool old war tanks and so on. Came through earlier this year, and they were right where that thing's situated now. So they've moved them over to the side a bit. It's hard to see it from the road now. I nearly missed it. This part of the dirt highway on the way to May is so boring. There is nothing out here, nothing to see, nothing to do, just flat plains. That's the reason I go to Murray Valley Highway these days, and that's because it's so much more interesting, a lot more scenic. This is just tedious. It's the end of day one. I'm about half an hour away from Narrandera, where I'll be staying the first night. The day's been pretty good so far. There's been a lot of rain on the way, especially on this top end. My family used to do the trip over to Wollongong quite often, and one of the places we stopped a lot, which I loved, was here in Forest Hill RAF base. And the exciting thing about it was the aeroplanes that they had out the front. This F-111 is huge. I used to remember seeing these fly over. In fact, at the Grand Prix, I think they used to use them as the flyovers. I've just been invited to go into the Heritage Centre. They've just opened up, so I've never done this before. Pretty excited to go have a look.
This little chapel is really interesting. It's actually a replica of a chapel that was built in the Northern Territory in World War II. I think it says 1943. And they did this down in Wagga Wagga as a memorial to that chapel. You can imagine those guys fighting the Japanese, going up to Papua New Guinea and other places, and some of them needing somewhere where they could get some spiritual refreshment before they fought. And over here we have a big mural on a water tank, celebrating quite a few eras of the RAAF. That Heritage Centre at the RAAF base there was amazing. Just so much history and beautiful photos of some of the war efforts that Australia's been involved in. Pieces of aeroplanes, all sorts of things. Really enjoyed that. I've always stopped at Wagga Wagga whenever I've gone through. They've done it up a lot. The aeroplane's now sitting on concrete. They've been restored. And the Heritage Centre is open and it's free for anyone to go in. So I highly recommend it if you ever go through Wagga Wagga. Next stop for me is Gundagai, and then we'll be crossing the Great Dividing Range. Definitely be stopping at the Niagara Cafe in Gundagai.